Alright, this is Duel Bros, and this is Ryan coming at you with an Egyptian God deck profile. Okay, we're going to start off with 3 copies of Slifer the Sky Dragon. I run 3 because honestly, going first, he's probably the best one to have because he will do the effect that whenever they summon a monster in attack position, they will lose 2,000, and if their attack hits 0, immediately destroys them. Then I run 2 copies of the Winged Dragon of Ra. I run 2 because he can end up killing you if they manage to get around him. But he's also great for OTK, especially if you summon him with Ancient Chant. And then I run 1 copy of Obelisk the Tormentor. He's good. He can't be targeted with effects. Overall, though, he's not the best of the gods. That may be a bit controversial, but I honestly prefer Slifer and Ra over Obelisk. Then I'm running 1 copy of Sphere Mode and 1 copy of Immortal Phoenix. Alright, then I'm running 3 copies of Guardian Slime. Guardian Slime's really interesting. When you take damage, you can special summon him. Then when he battles, once per turn, he can gain defense equal to the attack of the monster battling it till the end of the battle. So he'll protect you from 1 hit after that. And then if he leaves the field, you can search any spell or trap that has the name the Winged Dragon Ra in it, which you will more than likely be using to get your Ancient Chant, so you can add Ra to your hand. Also, you can use it to bring out your Guardian Slime. Not your Guardian Slime, your Egyptian God Slime. Then we're running 3 copies of Ra's Disciple. Ra's Disciple summons out the other 2 copies of Ra's Disciple. Quick 3 tributes for your Egyptian gods. Then 3 copies of Reactor Slime. Once per turn, you can summon 2 tokens to the field, giving you 3 monsters for your Egyptian gods. And then you contribute it to set Metal Reflect Slime to your field, and you can activate it that turn, allowing you to get into your Egyptian God Slime. Then I'm running 1 Angel 01 and Tellus the Little Angel. They're just techs I'm trying out. I'm still working with this deck a bit, trying to get my mind wrapped around it, trying to figure out how to fit in cards, because honestly this deck isn't the most consistent, at least not running all 3 of the gods. Alright, and for the last of the monsters, I'm running Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. Just a little hand trap there. Gain life points equal to the attack power of the monsters my opponent special summons, just so you have more life points to pay for Ra. Alright, well that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. I'm running 3 copies of the True Name. You get to declare a card name, and if you call it right for the top card of your deck, you can add that card to your hand, then add or special summon any of the Egyptian gods from your deck. And that works really great with my 3 copies of Card Advance, which lets me stack the top 5 cards of my deck in any order, and then gives me a second normal summon. Then I'm running 2 copies of Soul Crossing. Soul Crossing is like a mixture of Super Poly and a Kaiju, because you get to tribute monsters from either side of the field to summon out any of your Egyptian God cards, and it's a quick play, so you can do that during your opponent's turn, tribute their monsters to bring out your Egyptian God. Then I'm running 2 copies of Ancient Chant. Ancient Chant lets you add a copy of Winged Dragon Ra from your deck to your hand, and then you get a second normal summon. Plus, you get to banish Ancient Chant from your graveyard, and you can Ra comes to the field with the attack power of all the monsters you tributed it to summon it. If you combo that off with Soul Crossing, you could get a big boost off of your opponent's monsters that you're summoning to bring out your copy of the Winged Dragon Ra. Then I am running 2 copies of Mound of the Bound Creator. Makes it so your level 10 monsters can't be targeted or destroyed with effects. And then if one of them destroys a monster by battle, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And then if this card is destroyed, you can add 1 divine monster from your deck to your hand. Then I'm running 1 copy of Millennium Revelation. You can send 1 divine beast monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then you can add a copy of Monster Reborn from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can send it to the graveyard, and you can activate Monster Reborn on Winged Dragon Ra this turn. Just send Winged Dragon Ra to the graveyard at the end of the turn. Then I am running 1 Thunder Force attack. You have to have Slifer in the field, and then you destroy as many face-up monsters your opponent controls as possible. And then you can draw cards equal to the number of cards destroyed by that. One copy of Fist of Fate. You can negate the effects of 1 card on the field and destroy it. Then you can destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls. If you control Obelisk the Tormentor. Then there's Blaze Cannon. It's Winged Dragon Ra. It makes it unaffected by other card effects. And then you can tribute another monster. Winged Dragon Ra gains additional attack. And then after damage calculation, if it attacked, you can send all monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard. Just a little. So I have 1 for each of the gods. I know there are new ones that just came out. I just haven't figured out how to fit it into this deck just yet. I will be doing an update later after I figure out exactly how to fit them in. I'm running 1 copy of Monster Reborn. And that'll be it for the spells. I'm running in the traps 2 copies of Metal Reflect Slime. Good way to bring out my Egyptian God slime. And then 1 copy of Sun God Unification. Lets you tribute your Winged Dragon Ra and gain life points equal to its attack power. Just a way, like, if Ra is about to be destroyed, you gain all your life points back so you don't die directly after because you only have 100 life points left. Alright, that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. I am running 3 copies of Egyptian God Slime. It works as 3 tributes for any of the god monsters. And then while it's on the field, it's the only monster you can target with effects or attack. So if you can bring him out and you have another monster in the field, all they can go into is Egyptian God Slime, which has 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, so rather good. And if you have Mound of the Bound Creator on the field, they can't target any of your cards with effects. Alright, then I am running a copy of Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. Hey, I pronounced it right this time.
Oh, no.
Just 2 level 10s. You're more than likely not going to bring it out, but if you get the chance to, deals 2,000 damage. And then you can summon on top of it Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Leabe. And I pronounced that one right too. I'm very proud of myself right now. Comes to the field with 4,000, gets an additional attack for each material, and then you can attach material, put it up to 6,000, 8,000, however many materials, it goes up by 2,000 attack. Then I have 1 copy of number 81, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Super Dora. Who names these?
Jesus.
Anyway, once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach an Xyz material from this card and target 1 monster on the field, and it is unaffected by card effects except for its own effects. Alright, and that is it for my Egyptian God deck profile. I will be doing updates to it later once I figure it out a bit more, but there you go. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, and peace.